Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Unibooks channel, and today I am going to be reviewing the brand new LEGO Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse collectible minifigure series. This is going to be set number 71050, and it will be releasing for September 1st, where there will be 12 minifigures in the series to collect in total, and each blind box will be retailing for a price of $5, €5 or £3.50. If you do enjoy this video, then make sure to subscribe as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. But with that being said, everyone, let's get on with the review of the LEGO Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse collectible minifigure series. So the first minifigure that we have is Miles Morales. Now, unfortunately, this is the only minifigure that I don't have in hand. However, we have got enhanced images of the minifigure from the checklist and the front of the box. And overall, it's a decent minifigure. It is very similar to the Miles Morales minifigure that came in the Miles vs. Spot set, of course, because it is based off the same suit. However, there are some differences between the minifigures, with the main one being the fact that the CMF minifigure includes a lot of these electricity details, which looks really good, honestly. They've got it on the torso as well as on the mask as well, surrounding the eyes. He also has it on the arms as well, which makes for some excellent arm printing. However, it doesn't appear on the legs, which is really cool of LEGO to do. And the reason why they've done that is because then you can actually use these legs and put them on the Miles minifigure from the Miles vs. Spot set without it looking out of place. And it just elevates the minifigure so much. Their headpiece is different from the one that comes in the set. And of course, it uses that same hairpiece that was introduced earlier this year for Miles Morales from Across the Spiderverse. And all in all, it is a decent minifigure. And then it does come with an accessory being a regular spider. Next, we have Gwen Stacy. Now, everything about this minifigure is new and exclusive, besides the torso. The torso was actually being shared with the Gwen Stacy minifigure that appeared in the Miles vs. Spot set, but she does come with some absolutely immaculate dual molded legs, and it's also got side leg printing as well, which looks great. The sidearm printing looks phenomenal on the minifigure as well. It's about time that we are getting a Spider-Gwen minifigure with all of the intricate details. Now, she does come with an accessory, which is a 2x2 white tile with a picture of her and Miles on, which is really nice to see, and I absolutely love the face print. I think that looks absolutely incredible. She does come with two alternate facial expressions, and then they include this really nice dual molded hairpiece for her, which looks really nice with the pink at the bottom. And then LEGO were generous enough to also include her mask as well, which is actually a new print. It's different to the one that comes in the Miles vs. Spot set, as the eyes are a lot larger, and I think it looks really good. It makes the minifigure feel more animated, and I wish they did the same thing with Miles Morales as well. And then alongside of that alternate headpiece, they do include the hood. The next minifigure that we have is Peter B. Parker and Mayday. I want to start by talking about Mayday first. I think that she looks great. I absolutely love the head print with the knitted Spider-Man hat. I think that looks great, and she can actually be attached to Peter Parker as well. As for Peter Parker himself, he's a pretty simplistic minifigure. It is accurate to how he does look like, because he is wearing a gown, of course. And I really like the torso printing there with the Spider-Man suit. The back of the torso is okay. It's pretty simplistic, as you can see, and he does come with dual molded legs, which looks really nice. I love the leg printing. He also comes with a new face print as well. He's actually got two alternate facial expressions, which look both really good and are accurate to how he looks in the film. And then he does use the Poe Dameron hairpiece in a dark brown, and here is Mayday attached to Peter B. Parker, for any of you who are wondering how it does look like. Next, we have SpiderMan India. So this minifigure includes two accessories, being the first one a cup of chai, or jar, however you say it, and then also Spider Cat. Spider Cat looks good. It's just a regular cat piece with a Spider-Man mask printed on the front. As for SpiderMan India himself, he looks really good. He comes with a new hairpiece, which looks phenomenal, and the printing all around is just immaculate. The front torso printing is great, and even the leg printing is really nice, and the back torso printing looks really, really good, and he does also come with dual molded legs, as you can see. He also has side arm printing and side leg printing, which adds so much to the minifigure. And then they do also include an alternate head for this minifigure as well. So if you do wish, you can actually display the minifigure unmasked, and he does come with two facial expressions. The next minifigure that we have is Werewolf Spider Man. Now, although this character doesn't have much screen time in Across the Spiderverse, I'm really glad that they included it, because it is just such a fun and unique spider variant. As for the actual werewolf head itself, it looks really good. I absolutely love the printing of the Spider-Man mask on there with all of the rips on the bottom. Same thing with the torso. It's got the regular Spider-Man suit. However, he does have rips on there as well, which looks really, really nice to see. And then that also continues down to the legs, which both are dual molded. One's dual molded with blue and red, and the other's dual molded with blue and light brown. Looking at the back of the minifigure, it does also have some really nice back torso printing. However, it's not really seen that well because of the tail and also the werewolf headpiece covering it up. And then looking at the side of the minifigure as well, it does actually have side arm printing to represent the fur, which looks great. And then it also does have side leg printing as well. And one thing that I really like is that the side arm printing and side leg printing is different on both sides of the minifigure. Next up we have Byte, and overall she looks incredible, probably one of the most detailed minifigures in this series. She comes with an accessory being this tablet in translucent pink, which has the spider number 42 on there, which is the spider that bit Miles Morales. She's also got some really nice front torso printing, and the arms are actually in translucent pink as well. And same thing with the legs, also in translucent pink with some absolutely incredible printing on them. And then as for the side of the minifigure, she's got some immaculate side arm printing, and same thing with the side leg printing as well. The back torso printing is also really nice, and as you can see, she does come with this hairpiece, which is in a dark blue, and they do also include an alternate facial expression for her. And if you didn't think that was good enough for this minifigure, Lego were actually generous enough to include the helmet, which looks incredible and will definitely be the way that I will be displaying this minifigure. As you can see, the hair is also showing at the back as well, which looks really nice and is incredible. Here we have Miguel OHara, also known as Spider-Man 2099, and overall this is probably one of my favorite minifigures from the series. I want to start by talking about the head. The printing on it is really good. I love these spot details, which is also consistent with the Miles Morales and the Spider-Gwen minifigures, and those spot details do continue down to the torso and the legs. I will say I do wish that the minifigure had side leg printing, and it doesn't. However, it does have some really nice side arm printing there, and you can also see the continuation of those spot details. As for the back of the minifigure, he does actually come with spot details on the back of his head, which is a nice addition. And then he does come with this really nice cape, which is the same plastic that was used for the Vision minifigure from the Avengers Tower. And as a result of it using that plastic material, it's actually got a little transparent look to it. And one thing I really like about this is how it fades from the bottom, from orange to a sort of cloudy white, which looks great, and the printing on it as well is really nice. They do also include an alternate head for him as well, which has two facial expressions for Miguel OHara, my favorite one being the angry expression. He does also use the same hairpiece as Han Solo, but in light brown, and then he does also come with an accessory, which is Lila, and she looks decent. She is a translucent orange Lego micro figure, and the printing on it is decent overall. I like the torso printing. However, I will say I'm not a massive fan of the head printing, and the main reason why is because Lila actually has hair. However, these Lego micro figures don't have hair pieces, so Lego have kind of just tried to sort of awkwardly shape the hair on the head, and it does look a little bit weird with the printing. However, it's not entirely their fault. Next up we have Webslinger. So this minifigure does come with an accessory being a whip, and then you do also get Spider Horse included, which is just a regular horse piece with a Spider-Man mask printed on the front. I appreciate the addition of it. However, you can't really fit Webslinger on there because there's only one stud, and it does look a little bit awkward when you do so. But the actual minifigure itself, it's okay. It's not the best. There are a few inaccuracies that I found with this figure, with the first one being the fact that it has no printing on the arms. It should have had at least one of the arms being dual molded, because Webslinger usually has one of his sleeves rolled up, but that's not present on this minifigure. It's also got no side leg printing either, which it definitely should have had, because he's supposed to have the pockets on the side of his legs where he can put his pistols in. However, besides that, the rest of the minifigure is pretty good. The torso printing is quite simplistic. However, it is accurate. He also comes with this really nice cloth piece as well on the side, which has some very nice printing on there. Love the spider logo and the web printing. And then he does also come with some dual molded legs, and the front printing on the legs also looks really good as well. And then he does use a bandana piece, which I understand why they've used it. It's not the most accurate thing ever. However, I think it is a good compromise without making an entire new piece. And also he does come with the brown fedora hat. Alright, here we have the Prowler. This is Miles Morales' version from the end of Across the Spiderverse, and this is again one of my favorite figures from the series. I want to start by talking about the helmet. I absolutely love the new molded piece that they've introduced for this minifigure, and also the printing of the eyes on the helmet looks incredible. And they've also got this really nice cloth piece that they've used to represent these spiky colors in that bright pink. The actual torso printing looks really nice. I love the Prowler logo in the center there. I think that looks really good. And also the leg printing is really nice. Interestingly enough, they're not actually dual molded the legs. However, it definitely wasn't needed for this minifigure, as it does have some really nice side leg printing, and it also has dual molded arms with gunmetal grey and light purple, and that is featured on both arms, and the printing is slightly different on both sides as well. They're also using the boxing glove pieces in a gunmetal grey for the figure, and he does have some really nice back torso printing as well, which looks really good. And for those of you who don't want to display the minifigure with the helmet on, they actually include a separate hairpiece which you can interchange. So if you want to, you can display the Prowler unmasked, which looks great, and he only comes with one expression because of the hairpiece not covering the back of the head. And then he does also come with an accessory being this 2x2 black circular tile, which is supposed to represent a disc. And here we have my favorite figure from the series, and that is SpiderPunk. Honestly, there's nothing bad with this minifigure. It is just perfect. I want to start by talking about the guitar as the accessory. It looks great. It's got some really nice printing on it as well. The torso printing is really nice. I love all of the rips that are featured on there. Same thing with the legs. The legs are actually dual molded, and they've actually got some really nice printing on the front. And also they do come with really nice side leg printing as well. The arms also have some really great printing on, and I love the mask. The printing on that looks great with the spiky piece on the top. And if you don't want to display the minifigure with the mask on, they do actually include an alternate headpiece with his unmasked version with 2 facial expressions, and you actually get this brand new hairpiece that they've introduced as well for SpiderPunk, which looks phenomenal. Alright, next we have Sunspider, and this is by far my least favorite figure in the series. The main reason why is because I genuinely do not remember Sunspider whatsoever. She's the only Spider variant from this entire CMF that I have no recollection of. I had to rewatch the scene, and the fact that we're getting Sunspider in the CMF and not Jessica Drew, who is a far more significant character in Across the Spider-Verse, genuinely confuses me. I don't know how LEGO came to that conclusion. But talking about the actual minifigure itself, it's okay. The one thing I really don't like about the minifigure is the legs, because there's no side leg printing. It's very clear from that one scene that she's in, there is side leg printing. And she should have had the same webbing details that she has on the arms, which, fair play to LEGO, they did actually include some pretty good arm printing on her, but that should have also been on the side of the legs as well. I really like the new cap that they've introduced. It looks really good, especially from the back with that spider logo printed on there, and the back torso printing looks pretty good as well. However, the inaccurate thing with the cap is that it's supposed to have web printing on it, but that is not present. The front torso is also quite nice as well, and then she does come with the 2 crutches as accessories. And then the last minifigure that we have for this CMF is Cyborg Spiderwoman, and she looks incredible. This minifigure definitely exceeded my expectations by a lot. I really like the shoulder piece that they've got for her. It looks really great. The torso printing from the back and the front is immaculate. And also, I really like the belt piece that they've got there. The legs are dual molded, and they've got some really nice printing on the front, as well as on the sides as well. And the arms are really nice. It's got a really nice arm print, and then the other arm is actually a cyborg arm, which looks very good. And then also, she does come with a mouthpiece as well. And the actual face print looks very good, I will say, on the mask. But overall, this is an absolutely incredible minifigure. And again, alongside Byte, probably one of the most detailed figures from the series. But there we go, everyone. That is my full review for the LEGO Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse collectible minifigure series releasing for this September. Overall, I think it's an excellent CMF. Definitely one of my personal favorites of all time. I think this honestly beats both of the previous 2 Marvel ones, and I think a lot of people are going to be very excited for it. It's definitely not perfect. I think a few of the minifigures should have been swapped, specifically Sunspider. I think if they replaced her with Jessica Drew, the minifigure lineup would have been pretty much perfect. I think the other ones, such as Cyborg Spiderwoman, are arguable, but because the detailing on them is so good, I will honestly let them pass. And also, a few of the minifigures are missing a few details here and there, such as Webslinger with the dual molded arms. But besides that, it's a really good CMF. I would definitely recommend picking up all of them. For those of you who want to know my top 3 figures in the CMF series, my favorite one is SpiderPunk, followed by the Prowler, and then Miguel OHara, aka Spider-Man 2099. I think those 3 minifigures as well are probably going to be the ones that are most sought after. But there we go, everyone. With that being said, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, then make sure to like the video, as well as subscribe and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the LEGO Marvel Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse collectible minifigure series. Do you like them? And we'll be picking them up when they do release for September 1st. I'll talk to you guys soon, so peace out, see you later, and bye-bye.